Cloud gangster. My dearest love after all these years. Nessa_Emma. No. Wired entertainment. What an interesting group of people in this classroom. Nessa_Emma. I will never be your love. 3105 already. Open mouth smile. Cloud gangster. I've been in love since the day I laid eyes on you. Nessa_Emma. OMMGGG. Nessa, just say yes and move them. Nessa_Emma. Too bad for you. 3105 already. Open mouth smile.
He's your battlist teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr.G, he's your battlist teacher, gone IRL streamer. Americana writer, Gonzo Education. I spent him while streaming on a Hawaiian vacation. Unworn white Levi's were covering his feet.
Wait, we're live right now? Fuck. Wait, are we live? I don't even know. Yeah, we're live, I think. I'm gonna have to end this. The camera's not working. Okay, we're back.
Cletus, Sangama, I am disappointed. Mr.G like GX. 3105 already. It's working.
Alright, we're back. I could have just ended it there, right? I mean, we had our class. Cloud Gangster and Ness are still going at it in the old classroom. In the old stream. Thank you, Mrs. J.
Easy Funshine, GX. Nessa_Emma, GX.
Thank you, Easy Funshine. Thank you, Nessa. I really enjoy doing this. I mean, I shouldn't have got upset earlier. I need to smoke some cannabis, I'm sorry. But, so Monday is Government Mondays. So we won't be talking about Nancy Pelosi tomorrow. Well, that sounds good.
Bella Smiles super chatted $10.
Hey, thank you, Bella. I was just thinking about you.
38,804. Mrs. Man is here.
Bella, I was thinking about when you're talking about the cats and
Bella Smiles GX.
if you mailed something to the P.O. box.
Nessa_Emma. Yes, every class.
The Peach really loves. I think I told you the fountain. They really love that. But yeah, I mean, I do it like.
38,804. Teacher wants to smoke cannabis students.
It's the right thing to do.
Thumbs up.
With
3 moments. Thumbs up donates to Mr.G with text to speech.
with what I do.
TTS colon/streamer.com/logo/tip.
So, Monday is politics, and so I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad it's only Monday, not every day.
Bella smiles. I'm so glad.
Yeah, that's my time, Bella. In the middle of the night, I go and I see my outside CATs, and that's what I do. And it's not for brownie points. It's because it's the right thing to do. And you know, while I'm on this planet, I'm gonna try to do good. And then, you know, maybe pass that on to somebody else. And that's what I'm doing with teaching, too. That's why I enjoy teaching.
What do we learn tomorrow?
It gives me an opportunity.
I like politics. It gives me
an opportunity to teach people things that people that will be around before, people that will be around longer than I will.
Today's Monday too. You.
Because the fact of the matter is, most of you in chat are going to be alive longer than old Mr. G here. So, with that being said, I'd like to leave something for you guys. Stop zooming in on Pelosi. And it doesn't seem like I'm doing a noble thing. It just seems inevitable. I mean, that's how humans work.
Bella smiles. I love these screens.
Thank you, Bella. The reason man was here, I'm going to turn off.
38,804. Can't believe the name of shout homophobic things in Yordle.
Yeah, let's not talk about them. I'm really not as upset as I should be, really. It's just like, I just want them to leave me alone, really. So like I said, you guys are going to be around longer than me, and which is fine. But the reason humans were able to go to the moon is because you teach. Like, the reason we are where we're at, the reason there's blackboards and computers and lights and water and everything is because somebody learned something, then they passed it on to the next generation. You're always going to need teachers. Like, you know, the Hoover Dam wasn't built in one generation, you know, like, or the technology to build the Hoover Dam or to build anything, to build a cell phone, like, you needed to work up to that point, and to get to that point, people lived and died, and people had to teach others, the younger people, and they had to pass it on. So that's why teaching is important. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Why do you say that?
Don't worry, I'm in fine health. I'm just saying the majority of people in the chat. I'm just saying overall teaching. Nothing about me personally. It's just like the reason that we teach, and the reason teaching is important to me is because I'm not going to live forever. And whatever I know, I need to pass on to other generations, the knowledge-wise, so they can pass that on to somebody else, and then they pass it on.
Don't talk about that to your face.
Okay, let's just move on. All right, so Monday is politics, or government is more focused. So Mondays, U.S. government. Tuesdays is U.S. history.
Peter, stand down, man. Why doesn't he think it's convenient? Check one, BL teachers.
So Monday's government, Monday U.S. government, Tuesday U.S. history.
Thumbs up page TTS colon/streamer.com/logo/tip.
Wednesday is sociology.
Mr.G life matters.
Thanks. Mr.G live matters. That's funny. That's funny. I hadn't heard that. So Mondays is U.S. government, Tuesdays is U.S. history. Wednesday is sociology slash psychology. Friday nights. Now, last week I missed Wednesday, so we didn't do the lecture on Karl Marx and Marxism, so we'll probably do that this Wednesday. So Monday is U.S. government, Tuesday is U.S. history, Wednesday is sociology or psychology, Thursday is Science Thursdays. Last Thursday we went over Carl Sagan. Thursdays is science, and Friday is health or culture. Friday is health, culture stream, show and tell. You know.
38,804. We know this you will amplify them.
And then I'll also do a cooking stream every Friday after we're done with the classroom lecture. Okay, so we're going to take a vote. Now, what's your favorite? Don't vote yet. Let me read them out. Mondays is U.S. government.
Check marks, flash no marks.
Tuesdays is U.S. history. Wednesdays is sociology or psychology. Thursdays is science or geography. Friday is health, culture, or cooking. So, who likes Monday? All right, if you like, write in the chat.
What about you?
Either Monday, Mon, M-O-N, Tuesday, T-U-E, Wednesday, W-E-D, Thursday, T-H-U-R, or Friday, F-R-I. Hey, Big Jim's wifey, I'll add you to the roll. I called you out earlier.
Wired entertainment. I love gym class. 38,804. History.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and get the tally. Okay, so we have one vote for history. Okay, so you can vote with Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday's history.
Easy sunshine. There.
Thursday, one vote for science.
Sarah smiles. Psychology.
One vote for psychology.
Clayton Sandama. I like them all.
Okay.
38,804. Tuesday. Ash mods. Sex ed Monday. Uncle Meat. What day is study hall? Entertainment. More.
No study hall. No sex ed. Mrs. J voted for Thursday? Okay.
Meteor. History. Lesser underscore runner. Psychology.
Alright, close votes. So we have
Mrs. J. The Mermaid. Thursday.
Mrs. J voted for Thursday.
300. Minority. Friday.
Friday. Thursday. Okay, so far Thursday, Science Thursday's in the lead. History's not far behind, or history and science are both in the lead. And then sociology got 3 votes. Government only got 1 vote. And
mental health.
Cooking only got 1 vote.
Entertainment. I remember sex ed being very disturbing.
You can say that again.
Clayton Sandama. We are all destined for promotion with no sex ed.
I wouldn't be a best teacher for that. Okay.
Stream elements. Thumbs up donates to Mr.G with text to speech. Thumbs up page https://streamelements.com/streamelements/lib. Ashmods, you're sick of everyone always talking in class.
Hey Ash,
Text, hold on, I remember that.
how are you? I can't believe I forgot that.
38,804. Sex ed JR, please.
Oh, JR, yes. I didn't speak with JR.
Lesser underscore runner. Who we give programs to counseling for being a stalker. Wired entertainment. Hold on, a cute wooden penis.
Shit, man, there was a point in today's lecture where I yelled out to the class that I had a large penis.
Clayton Sandama. Yes, let Junior teach sex ed on Saturday. Meteor, Junior SSXN. GALY360GTA GPOSS. Let's talk about midday gas.
Okay, we'll have Junior teach sex ed. Not this week though. Maybe next week.
Clayton Sandama. Yes, let Junior teach sex ed on Saturday.
Saturday's my dance day. We have dance class on Saturdays.
Wired entertainment. Junior guest speaker for sex ed rolling on the floor laughing.
You know, it's funny. Some of the, I guess I won't even bring it up, but like.
Ashmods, Junior substitutes teacher. Eric Lynch, what topic in US history will you be teaching tomorrow, Mr. G?
Yeah.
Why lie?
Tomorrow is U.S. history.
Fetch, that would be fun as hell. Meteor, Junior is fun, he needs some.
Okay, you all want to see Junior again. And you apparently want to see him on Saturday. I was thinking more of a Zoom meeting, you know, between the two of us, because I have some questions for him. I don't necessarily want to invite him back in my classroom. Let him have the floor to teach.
Big Block tipped $5. Sup, Mr. G. Sorry, I missed CL.
Hey, Big Block, you're always welcome. Aloha, Big Block.
Mrs. J, the mermaid, I don't. Tom.
Okay, Mrs. J doesn't. All right. Well, Mrs. J's opinion goes far. So Monday is government today.
Literal, you already love you, Mr. G.
Tuesday, tomorrow,
Uncle meet, lecture on mentorship, Mr. G.
is history. What was that,
Light
Uncle Meat?
entertainment. Yeah, investigative just do as you call. Mrs. J, the mermaid, heart big block. Peter, Santana, you're bigger than Julia, you can kick him out at any time.
So Tuesday is history. The last couple weeks we've been going over the Great Depression. I think it's pretty relative to what's going on now.
Tell JR ahead of time so you prepare to speak to your sex ed, it will be hilarious.
Okay.
What's up, Mrs. J? Take one, misspelled Mr. G wrong. Mrs. J, the mermaid, and an aircraft. Ash Monster is physical therapy.
That's usually on Saturday, gym, PE.
Mrs. J, the mermaid, good to see you. A big block. Hex, no winking face.
So we've been going over the Great Depression. We're working our way into World War II, which is what ultimately got the United States out of the Great Depression. And you know, if every kid is asked this question, why do they teach history? It's old news. Well, they teach history because history repeats itself. Right? So we're learning about, on Tuesday's history, we've been learning about the Great Depression because it's relevant towards what's going on now. Despite what
Jerome Powell says, the
U.S. economy is doing terrible. Unemployment hasn't been this high since the Great Depression. And the event that eventually got the United States and the whole world out of the Great Depression was World War II. It wasn't the New Deal. It wasn't FDR and his welfare programs. There still was a high unemployment rate with the New Deal. There was still loads of unemployment. The actual manufacturing of wartime goods is what got the United States out of the Great Depression. So, like I said, history, they teach it because it repeats itself. Now, I don't expect you guys to follow politics right now, but you've probably heard of the stimulus and this and that. The United States is the only country that didn't give their citizens money, stimulus money, for the shutdown for the pandemic. Every other major country, England, France, Canada, they all shut down. They were like, we don't want you to go to work. We want you to stay home. Everybody locked down, and we'll give you a little bit of money. The United States, since it's run by big business and lobbyists, they're the only major country that was like, let's just fuck them, they'll be okay. So the thing is, they know something that we don't, and they don't even want us to protect ourselves anymore with our Second Amendment right. So something's going down, and I wouldn't be surprised if the one event that gets us out of this depression, that gets this world out of this depression, is another world war. Or I don't know if you can call it a world war. Labels aren't that good, but it's basically USA versus China. And that's what we're dealing with, USA versus China. And that's going to happen in our lifetimes, for sure in your guys' lifetime. It's going to happen within the next 20 years. There's going to be a war between the US and China. Within 10 years.
I always hated learning history. I did well in history, but never enjoyed it.
USA and China are the two largest economies in the world, and they're going head to head right now. And
what about the $1,200 that people got?
right now, earlier today, China put out a movie trailer like type video that shows Chinese warplanes going to Guam, which isn't far from Hawaii. Guam, it's a Micronesian island, and just bombing the fuck out of Guam, and they can do the exact same thing to Hawaii as well. I mean, look, I don't see any positive thing. It doesn't look like the government's like really going to help out the people here, and there's a moratorium on evictions, and you don't have to pay your student loan for a few months.
I will take 3 Chinese wives. Yeah, will be yours, G.
But
Anti-class, who is this Joe?
but it looks like that's where the United States is headed. And if the United States government isn't going to give the people of this country a stimulus package to get them out of a depression, it's not going to fix itself. People aren't going to all of a sudden start having money to open small businesses. There's a lot of small businesses that aren't coming back. There's a lot of restaurants that are not coming back. They really want you to start using the term the new normal. Why do you think that is? Maybe they want you to get used to something. So, tomorrow on Tuesday's history lesson, we're going to be going over the events that led the United States to enter World War II, including the event that happened here in Hawaii. Pearl Harbor. And after this lockdown eventually ends, we'll even take a planned field trip to Pearl Harbor to see the actual site of the crash and the bombing and everything. And this happened on December 11th, 1941, if I'm not mistaken. So, Pearl Harbor, not far from where I'm at right now, when the Japanese attacked the island of Oahu on December 11th, 1941. Remember that day, Keanu? I think Keanu bit off a piece of Peach's ear. So we're looking forward to that. I guess everybody's least favorite lecture is politics, is U.S. government, and that's understandable. So, okay. So tomorrow we're going to learn about Pearl Harbor. We're also going to learn about FDR, how he was a liar, and he married his cousin. What's that word when you marry your relatives? What's it called when you marry your relatives? Not blasphemy, it's incense. He was incestuous. Incestuous marriage. Maybe saying he's a liar is a little far.
Incest. 38,804 incest.
Incest.
The man was Jewish and a cripple.
He wasn't Jewish. There's never been a Jewish president. But he was a cripple, and that's why I called him a liar. So saying somebody's a cripple or disabled, that's not that's not a negative necessarily. That's just a description. That's you can't say somebody's less of a person because they're disabled. But the fact that FDR would try to hide the fact that he was disabled makes him dishonest, in my opinion. The fact that he would make it appear as he was walking when really there was some little kids down there holding his legs up and moving his legs. You know, he wasn't walking. He just made it appear like he was walking. And that's something that I can never wrap my head around. I would never appear that I was walking. Like, hey, I'm walking. Yeah, look at me. I got legs. Yeah, Mr. Legs. You know, I just don't understand that mentality. If you know me, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm a really open person. You'll never catch me fake walking. Like, I have nothing against anybody being disabled. I have nothing against FDR being disabled.
Cato, stand down. You need to understand the hidden history of FDR was 33% Jewish.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But anyways, the fact of the matter is FDR was the first ever disabled president, and he's not known for that because he lied about his disability. So, you know, he became president at a time where there was a big change in the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party used to be the racist party of the South. You want to see some racism? Look at some of the political ads of the Democratic Party versus Abraham Lincoln and the abolitionist. The Republican Party, it's pretty absurd that the Democratic Party is known as the party for the people of color, because like they used to be the most racist party of all, and the Republican Party was the least racist, and they had the abolitionists during Abraham Lincoln's time. So I guess I do know how. Reagan Republicans, but even before that, like you just have to wait until people die, really. Like, a lot of the people, Jimmy Carter got elected because there's a lot of racists in the South. Like, what? And Jimmy Carter was from Georgia. Jimmy Carter was the last Democratic, Southern Democratic, more like Southern racist type. But not that Jimmy Carter was racist. Jimmy Carter was the least racist president. But there's a lot of racist people in the South to this day. There's a lot of poor people in the South too. Do you know why? Do you know why there aren't any professional sports teams in the state of Alabama or the state of South Carolina? I do. Not that I'm smarter or anything, because I do. But the fact is that there isn't any professional sports team there is because of Reconstruction. The reason the poorest part of the United States is the Deep South is because they lost the Civil War. And, you know, it's been 150 years, but some things haven't changed because they lost the Civil War. Easy Funshine. There's not any big cities in Alabama or South Carolina because they lost the Civil War and they had to pay for it. When the abolition of the South before the Civil War had all the money and the North didn't, because the South had free labor with slavery. The United States cotton production was the #1 in the entire world. They supplied cotton all around the world, and they had very low overhead because of their free labor source. The North did not like this. The North did not like having all the power in the South. The South was so powerful, they separated from the Union. And it wasn't all having to do with slavery. It had to do with the South keeping their stronghold position. The major cities in the United States during that time were located in the South. Most of the money in the United States at the time was located in the South. After the Civil War and Reconstruction, the South's economy was dead. Nobody had money anywhere, and it took years and years of rebuilding, and it's still the poorest part of the United States because of that reason. Because they lost the Civil War. It's not because of climate. It's not the poorest part of the United States because it's hot. It's not because of proximity towards water or a river line. It's because of the Civil War. That's why the poorest part of the United States is in the South. All right, so what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to go over more of FDR. We'll tap on his inception. We'll touch on his incestuous marriage.
News around about money.
But mainly tomorrow we're just going to go over Pearl Harbor. And we'll do that a couple times. Oh, it's okay, Peaches. Peach wants to be friends with Moses, but Moses isn't having it. But eventually, in a couple months, we'll take a planned field trip to Pearl Harbor. So we'll have a few different lectures on Pearl Harbor. Once again, history is just on Tuesdays. So it's just one day of the week that we do history. Mondays is politics, Tuesdays is history, Wednesdays is psychology, sociology, Thursdays is science, and Fridays is culture or food. Monday, science.
Mrs.G, the mummy, each night cats with hard eyes.
Tuesday, history. Wednesday, psychology. Thursday, science. Friday, culture. All right. So this week, Monday was not science, Monday.
Peter, stand up, and Saturday's a recess over junior. It's got to one D, but today is Monday.
Yeah, I meant to put government. So
3105 already. Sometimes you should do class on sports.
So Wednesday we're going to go over Karl Marx. Thursday we're going to go over Carl Sagan again. I guess as I told you last Thursday, there's more I want to go over with Carl Sagan. And Friday we're going to learn more about superfoods. There's a big difference. Hawaii's way safer and more chill and more of a small town. Oh yeah, the streams all start at 3 p.m. Hawaii time. Hawaii Standard Time. Alright.
He said sunshine, but tomorrow's due. Thank you, Julia. Mrs. J, the mummy, hot.
Okay, so tomorrow we're going to be...
Thumbs up donates to Mr.G with text to speech. Thumbs up page https://streamelements.com/streamelements/did.
So tomorrow, all the streams start at 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. Tomorrow is going to be history, but I'm also expecting a huge map tomorrow. So we're going to be doing a lot with the map as far as geography goes. And we'll be doing that with just about every, we'll be using the map almost every day, basically. And especially on Tuesdays. I might, Wednesdays might be psychology, sociology, and geography. Geography is another class that I'm really good at. Once again, all the streams are live, 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. What time? 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. That's 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. 3 p.m.
Scotty 1D, are you checking textbook lesson number 2?
What's that, Scotty? So I know government isn't the most exciting.
3105 already vote. Scotty 1D, like he was behind Pearl Harbor.
One more thing that we didn't go over is the executive branch nominates all judges, Supreme Court judges and federal court judges. But I don't know if I made it clear.
Mrs. J, the mummy, 6 p.m. West Coast, 9 p.m. East Coast, smiling face.
The legislative branch, Congress, the Senate, and the House of Representatives, they actually have, they have veto power over the president's appointments, except it's not called veto power. So right now, currently, Donald Trump is going to appoint a new Supreme Court justice because the Ruth Ginsburg passed on over the weekend. So Supreme Court justices, they get lifetime appointments. The reason they get lifetime appointments is because they don't want to like play the favorites. Like if something's like, oh, you know, most people want me to vote this way, so I'll vote this way. They don't want to be re-elected. So it's really important that Supreme Court justices get lifetime commitments, so that way they're not like placating to the voters. They're not you know, what's the word, the expression? So yeah, so the judicial, I mean, the legislative branch can pull a check on the president for Supreme Court justices and federal judges, but rarely do they ever question federal appointees. However, with the Supreme Court, they're always hardcore questioned, and their backgrounds are looked to go back to grade school. They look at every little thing for the Supreme Court because that's the highest court in the land. And once again, I said, you know, the president nominates the Supreme Court, but they have to go through Congress and Senate, the legislative branch, to pass acceptance to become a Supreme Court justice. And then they serve for life. So next Monday, I'm not really sure. RBG, who's saying that headline a lot.
You looking at me, PG? You want to join in the class? Say goodbye. Let me say goodbye. I love you.
She's the craziest kitty. She's the first kitty I've ever had that, like, she picks things up in her mouth. And then she walks. And then she walks around with it. So.
Mr.G, the mummy, Lita Hart.
She picks things up in her mouth and then she like breaks it to me.
Isn't he so cute? I love you, Peach.
She's the softest. She's the softest.
Peaches for me.
That's her song.
She knows her song.
She's got the thinnest fur I've ever seen on a cat. I guess it's because she was like a street kitty. But she's so, her fur is so soft and thin. And she's got the cutest little paws. I think Keanu bit off a piece of her ear.
She's so pretty.
I think Keanu bit off a piece of her ear.
So cute.
I love you, Peaches.
I can't believe I let her outside let her stay outside for like a week. I would never do that now.
She's so precious.
I've never seen a cat. She just falls on me. She just loves to fall. See how she like lays on my chest? Okay. She's very, 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 very pretty.
It changed her life.
A lot of times in life, guys, I've said this before, but a little thing can just mean the world to somebody else. Like, thanks for the sub. Like if I didn't bring her in, she would have just become a feral cat. And she would have just had such a different life, you know? And it's not hard for me, like, you know, it wasn't hard for me to do what I did. So that's what I'm saying, like that's the lesson I want to give you guys. It's like the littlest things can make the biggest difference. So if you see a cat on the street, stop and pet it. because the littlest thing can make the biggest difference. They got Keanu and Peach got in an epic fight today. Check my Instagram. It's down below. Check the Instagram stories. Thanks everybody. It's really good. I really love doing these teaching streams, and I think you guys are enjoying them too, because I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces that I really enjoy. Pebs, Mrs. J, Nessa, Lita, Big Block, Cody, Cletus, Shoshin didn't come by today. A lot of you guys that I haven't seen in a while too. You know, I really appreciate you guys. Muzza, Maze Jordan, Wyatt, Detroit, Michigan. I like it. It's really good, and I know you guys are liking the same thing that I'm like, seeing the same thing and feeling the same thing I'm doing. This is a good idea. So I should have done this right when I started streaming, right? And I shouldn't even mess with those other guys. Okay, today's stream was fun. I shouldn't have brought up those other guys, and I shouldn't have brought up those other streamers, and I shouldn't have brought up the neighbors. I'm not perfect. I'll try better tomorrow. You're welcome, Peps. Yeah. Other than those two mistakes I made, I went off about how I don't like the neighbors, and I went off about how Ice Poseidon is a bad dude. So other than that, it was a really good stream. Bella, thank you so much. Thank you for motivating me, and thank you for thanks everybody who realizes that I'm what I do. I'm not deceiving anybody here. I'm teaching these classes because, yeah, I think I have something here in life. If you want to be productive and if you want to be successful, you want to provide a service. And you could say I'm a bad teacher, you could say I'm a great teacher, but I'm providing a service. It may be a service you want, it may be a service you don't want. You will learn something watching my streams, and you will be entertained, and it will be a fun little experience, you know, a fun classroom experience, and everybody is welcome too. So with that being said, like, I'm enjoying doing this the same way I would teach high school, and I would come home and I'd be like, yeah, I think I taught a couple people today. I made the world a little better. And I don't know why I think that's good, or I get satisfaction from that, but I do. And it's something I can share. So I am providing a service, and it is good, and I am going to be regular, and I am going to do this every day, and it's a great idea. And so I encourage all of you to join me every day at 3 o'clock Hawaii time. Post my stream somewhere. Do me a favor. You know, I don't ask for donations or anything, but hey, my birthday's on Thursday. I'm not asking for donations, but I invite you guys to come every day this week at 3 o'clock. Also, you know, if you tell a friend about me, tell one person about me, post on me on Twitter, post on me on Facebook, just send a link somewhere. Like I said, Thursday's my birthday. I want to build on this. I want to provide a service. I want to do this, and it's something I'm good at. There was a lot of teachers at every school I worked at, and they sucked, and they didn't give a shit, and they stared at their phone the whole time. I'm not staring at my phone the whole time. I'll do push-ups the whole time if that's what you guys wanted, or if that was the best way to entertain you. But that's not the best way to entertain you. The best way to entertain and the best way to teach and to give everything I have is to just do what I'm doing here. I'm getting a new chalkboard, so I'm going to have 2 chalkboards. I'm getting a huge map. I'm getting a huge globe. Getting some more learning. This is my classroom. And you guys are all welcome here every day. Monday through Friday, we're going to have class. And you guys are welcome here. We got room for everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.
Mr.G might be able to provide room for improvement. 38,804, Thursday, reunion birthday screen.
If you guys have any questions or anything,
Mr. J for Mummy, like Mr. G, Kitty's Big Rock, Lita, Caps, EZ Sunshine, Nessa, Cody, Bella, Allmonts, and Chat.
good night.
Cats with hot ice wearing heart.
Good night, everybody. Join me and Peachy on Discord.
Yes, around the school runner. Thank you, Mr. G, heart.
Thank you, Nessa. Every day, I really appreciate all you guys. And if you guys want to say hi on, say hi to me and Peachy on Discord. Maybe Mrs. J can put a link to the Discord in the chat. And yeah, every day I'm going to be doing these teaching streams.
Ash wants you have a pretty decent sized class right now.
Yeah.
I
mean, this is about like how big classrooms are, about 25, 30 people. So I can see this getting bigger too, you know. I mean, distance learning and online learning is something that's popular. And you can say like, oh, this is not really online learning, but yeah, it is. It's kind of for adults, you know. I mean, obviously, I was yelling about my large penis earlier, so, but adults are able to learn too, you know. Learning is something. Learning is something that everybody should do. You know, it's not an age limit. So regardless of whatever age you are, you can always learn. So you guys are always welcome to come and join Mr. G and Mrs. Peach, and we're gonna teach. And when she says good time, she means good time. I'm just getting around it.
Hey, PT, that was a fun class, but I shouldn't have lost myself and got so angry and yelled about my big penis, right?
Alright. So guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's a long goodbye tonight. But I just did want to make sure that you guys understand that I do feel sorry about yelling about my large penis and whatever else I did that was inappropriate. Or not inappropriate, but just uncalled for. So I'm going to make sure to, unlike today, tomorrow, before school tomorrow. Yeah, that's good. I'm not as knowledgeable about world history. But as far as tomorrow goes, I'll make sure to smoke some cannabis. I'll make sure to eat some cannabis before school tomorrow, so I'm a little bit more mellowed out. I recommend all you students as well use cannabis before coming to class.
Right, Peach?
Okay, with that being said, you guys, everyone say hi to Nancy for me. And
good night.
as far as me and Peaches goes,
Code 8804. I learned neighbors yell at the door. Big penis teacher eats wheat.
me and Peachy, we'll talk to you guys later, all right?
Well paid. Real fact, I failed every year in history, and nobody that shit never retook.
I love school and I love teaching, so thanks guys. You're all welcome here. I apologize if I said or did anything to upset any of you. Even if you don't like me, I mean, I apologize. You're still welcome here, and I still wish the best for you. I wish the best for everybody, and I wish that all the evil in the world will go away, and that aliens come down and save everybody. And that's what I really pray for every night. I pray that aliens come and get rid of all the bad people. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all you guys. Love you. Your Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. I'll talk to you guys later. GX in the chat. GX School out. Oh, we're still on? Okay. GX School, class dismissed. Class dismissed. Test, no more tests until after the summer. Thanks, Cletus. Class dismissed.